Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to shoot this really quick video on how to leverage the PS3 system. So essentially, this is a way for you to share the information or invite someone to take a look at the information that we're using to build the team, without knowing a lot of information, right? You can essentially put this system to use day one, like coming in very first day without knowing anything. You can put the system to use. And so it's called the PS3 system. And PS3 stands for pique their interest, share a tool, get them on a three-way call, or engage them in a three-way chat conversation. So I'll give you an example. So if you're talking to someone that you can reach out and say, hey, listen, I'm curious, are you open to, make an additional source of income as long as it doesn't interfere with what you're already doing? Or, something along it. The question has got to fit your personality of what you would normally say. So just because I would say it, kind of take it and make it your own so that it fits your personality. It could be something like, "Hey John, what's going on, man? I know she was complaining about, how much short your check was, and I'm just curious. Are you open to make some extra money? Of course, as long as it does, not where you have to quit your job or where it would interfere with what you're already doing, and wait for John to respond. Sure, wow, what you got? So that's your in. So now the second step is you don't want to explain or try to explain all of the information to John yourself. You simply want to direct John to one of the tools that we have, which is one of the videos. So you just say, all right, cool, John. I've actually got some information that I think that would be beneficial to you. If I share some information with you, when will you have an opportunity to take a look at it? When you have time to take a look. And let John answer. John may say tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So then you just reconfirm. All right, cool. So if I send you this information, you for sure will have had an opportunity to look at it by tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. I'm going to call you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll go ahead and send it to you now. So you send John information. You write in your calendar book, call John tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And then what you do is you reach out to either your team lead or one of the other members on the team who's been engaged a little bit longer. Say, hey, listen, I need you to do a three-way call for me. John's looking at the information, and I just want you to be able to, to help me close him, answer his questions, and make sure he feels comfortable with information so he can make an informed decision. Cool. Your team lead or whoever you're working with say, all right, cool, let's do it. So they'll go ahead, 6 o'clock, you'll call John. When you call John, the only thing you'll pretty much ask him, hey, John, how's it going, man? Is now still a good time for you? Perfect. Did you get a chance to take a look at the information I sent you? John says, yeah. You don't want to say, well, what did you think? Because that's too wide open. You just want to ask, well, what did you like best about what you saw? So when John responds, he's going to give you a list of what he liked best. And then you're going to ask him what else. So then he's going to tell you what else. So once he's done pretty much praising the information, giving you all of the things that he loved about the information, you can go down one or two roads. You can say, well, cool, it sounds like you're about ready to get started. And if John says, yeah, let's rock and roll, then you can say, all right, cool. Well, I've actually got one of the team leads on standby to be able to walk you through, how to get yourself in the queue so we can rock and roll. So hold on, let me get him. Let me 3-1 man, don't hang up. So if that's the perfect route. So if John's like, all right, cool, yeah, I'm ready to get started. So you walk, when you click over to bring on the team lead, you say, hey, listen, John's ready to rock and roll. We just need to tell him how to get himself in the queue so he can get started. Okay, perfect. Now, if John says, well, hold on a second, I'm not ready to get started yet. I'm actually got a couple questions on how this whole thing works. Same thing. You say, all right, you know what, John, cool. I've actually got one of the team leads on standby to answer questions for you. Hold on a second, let me get him, don't hang up. And then you three-way in the team lead. And you say, okay, cool, John's watched the information. He's got a couple questions about the information. This is what he liked best. So once you tell the team lead what he liked best, that's going to have he understands or she understands the background of what John's trigger buttons were, what was he interested in. So when you click back over, make the introduction. Hey, John, I got one of the team leads, Mr. Smith, on. He's doing a phenomenal job with this business. He's actually taken to the top. He's been involved for X number of months. He's growing a huge budding team. Hey, Mr. Smith, this is my buddy John. We work together, blah, blah, blah. I'll go ahead and put myself on mute and let you take over. And then you just put your phone on mute, and that's it. You don't say anything else until they bring you in, right? So when your team lead says, hey, Joe, you there? You Joe? Hey, Joe. That's when you come back on. But otherwise, don't butt in and, hey, don't forget to tell them about the XYZ. You don't want to do that because you just framed up the team lead as an expert, and then you come in there and telling them all the things that they forgot. You just took his credibility away, right? So you're creating a circle of trust. So you don't want to ruin that. All right, so now, and here's another example of, say, if it's not a phone situation where you're doing a call, where you're doing an actual text. So if you're talking to John and he's like, oh, I can't, do the phone because I work or whatever. All right, cool. If you guys are all connected on Facebook, you can add them into a messenger chat. You can send them the information. Say, all right, cool. I'm going to add you into a messenger chat with one of the team leads, and they'll be able to answer your questions and go from there. So you do the same thing. When you add them into the chat, you do the introductions just the same way you would have on the phone. Hey, Mr. Smith, this is a friend of mine, John from work, and vice versa. You go to the same exact route. You can also do the same thing with the WhatsApp chat or even the text on your phone. So whichever method you use as your three-way call, whether it's actual phone call or if you're doing it through a three-way chat, same thing. You're going to do the introduction. You're going to edify your team lead or your upline expert, and then you're going to introduce your prospect, the person that you're introducing the business to, and then kind of close that gap and let them take over from there. So, all right, I hope this helped, guys.